Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Let me say that on this show, and let Felix get it right.
Yes.
I still stand by my words. I know what ex gratia is, and I know what how do we call it? Pension is. As part of the ex gratia that he's taking, he's the most single beneficiary Ghanaian of ex gratia in this country. John Mahama, go and check. I'm saying that. So what?
So
you say so what?
You cannot put that.
You say so what?
So what?
You are telling Ghanaians so what?
So what? So you can't put an end to it. Why?
Please stop this. Please stop this.
When he was
why? You were not happy when you were talking. I was also talking. Stop this, Felix. Will you stop this? Felix, stop this. Stop this. Oh, please. What is this?
He has 3 minutes.
When you were talking, I was quiet.
Akufo-Addo has taken ex-gratia since 96.
What is this?
He's still taking it. And you want to
Felix,
President Mahama says no. He won't take it again. What is your problem? Tell the people of Ghana that you will pay ex-gratia. President Mahama says he won't pay.
See, the hypocrisy of former President Mahama and Felix himself.
What are you talking about?
You are a staff at the president's office.
What?
Please.
So what?
Keep quiet. You were talking about what?
So you
shut up.
Aren't you pay your
please.
Why can't you pay?
Please.
Why? You are better than me. You aren't you pay?
Please. Stop this.
So
I'm saying that you the messenger that you are preaching about Ghanalands. You are a beneficiary of Ghanalands. You don't you own lands in Accra? Me. Don't you own lands in Accra here?
Mention the land I own.
Please.
Mention the land I own.
Randy,
Akufo-Addo's daughter. Where did she get money from?
So it's about Akufo-Addo and his daughter.
Yes. So you are the one talking about hypocrisy. What land do I own? Mention the land I own.
It's been unfair. I have 5 minutes.
Mention the land I own.
What is this? Randy, please, without due respect. You should restrain him. When he was speaking, I was quiet. I have 5 minutes and you are interrupting it.
No, restrain yourself.
But Randy, it's not fair. You are not being fair to me. Viewers are watching. You are not being fair to me.
I was speaking. Restrain yourself.
Please.
Are you suggesting that?
Yes.
If Felix, seated by you, accused you of owning Ghanalands, and it is not true, you keep quiet.
I won't keep quiet.
I don't want to
listen. I'm saying that President Mahama, and he's mentioned Akufo-Addo's daughter more than 3 times in his submission. He's mentioned Akufo-Addo's daughter more than 3 times in his submission. If you ask him to produce documents to the effect that Akufo-Addo's daughter owns that land, he doesn't have it.
The land on which her restaurant is.
Oh, Randy, every office you own, when you own an office in Accra, does it mean the property belongs to you?
When you own.
I mean, like when you own an office in a place, you own an office, or
you
own a business somewhere.
It's yours, exactly.
Please.
It's yours.
You may own a business on a land that does not belong to you. You may own a business. You can own this.
You have to acquire it.
Oh, please, what is this?
What
is this? Randy, every piece of business you own on a property doesn't mean the property belongs to you.
You mean if I've rented a place?
You may. I'm saying that you may own a business. Owning the business is different from owning the property where the business is located.
True.
So I'm asking Felix. He's mentioned the president's daughter's name more than 3 times on this show. He has no single evidence.
It is on land.
Oh, please.
There's evidence that he owns the restaurant. What is this?
What is this unruly behavior?
Don't ask him questions.
I'm not asking him questions. I'm not asking. I am not. I am saying that he mentioned the lady's name.
You said I own land. I asked you to mention the land. We couldn't even sell it. Where do I own the land? Tell me. Where do I own the land?
Does owning a business on a particular location amounts to owning the land?
Not necessarily.
So you own a house in Accra. Does it mean you own? Former President Rollins said you bought.
But that is an outrageous.
And you see, he said that one is an outrageous lie.
I took him on public. It's an outrageous lie. I didn't take him to court.
He said you bought 3 houses and you paid cash.
That is a lie.
That one is an outrageous lie. What you are saying is not a lie. He said you bought 3 houses and paid cash.
Does she own a restaurant or not? It's an
infantile argument.
What the infantile lie you are repeating?
It's an infantile argument.
That one is good.
Because when it's about lie, it's infantile.
That is a lie.
You may own a business. You may own a business.
Felix, you made a brand.
Yes. You may own a business. Assuming Metro TV. Metro TV is a business. It could be located on a premise that does not belong to the owners of Metro TV. True. So the fact that somebody owns a restaurant, you cannot, if you don't have any evidence to that effect, suggest that because he owns a business here, the property or the land on which the business is sited is for the person.
Right.
So that becomes equally outrageous as an allegation made against you by the former president.
Right.
So you don't proceed on that tangent. So I'm saying that former President Mahama, if his bane is targeting MPP appointees and saying that they've dissipated Ghanalands, they are equally senior members of his cabinet who owns Ghanalands in this country. And they did this Ghana land politics in 2008. When they came into office for 8 years, what happened? That's the point I'm trying to make. What happened? It was worse and it was intense to the extent that an office accommodation given the former president of this country, they besieged the place. Who is the place?
Was it not the guy that made it?
They besieged the place. They besieged the place. So I'm saying that we won't sit down for them to use the Gandangbe politics again. That anytime NDC want to seek political power, they form a lot of groups, Gandangbe this, and fight the system. When they come, they become worse perpetrators of the things they were accusing people of. That's the point I'm trying to make. I said also here that the issue of ex gratia and sanitizing our system to resonate with the good people of this country, nobody's against it. That is when I made the point that the messenger is equally important as the message he's putting out. Nobody trusts John Mahama in this country.
But we tried Bawumia.
Oh.
Who's
Felix, let me make his point.
What is this?
What is this?
Felix, let him make his point. Let me hear you.
You were talking of governance in this country, and you are comparing figures. You should as well go back and compare the figures, how the rate at which you inherited the figures you are quoting today from former President Kufuor, and even from former President Mills upon his demise. The data that you inherited from him and where you left this country. You could be a credible.
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, stop this, Felix. Are you the one interrogating me?
I'm waiting.
Stop this.
Data for data.
Stop this. So when you come, that is why I'm telling you that we'll interrogate the messenger as well as the message he's putting out there. Because he's done this before. Former President Mahama told the good people of this country in Nkranza, put your hands in your pocket. Do you have money in your pocket? He's promising the young people of this country of creating jobs for them. When he got power, he said he's not a magician to create jobs for the young people of this country.
Where did he say that?
Don't mind him. Who promised to transform our country in 18 months?
Please.
Not so.
Please, Randy. What is this? I have my time. So you should let me exercise. So please, he said in Nkranza, I will send you the
not the Nkranza.
You know that one. You know that one. When he told Ghanaians, you put your hands in their pockets at the rally, let me build up my point. Yes. He said, put your hands in your pocket. Yes. Do you have money? They said no. Yes. When we come, we'll put money in your pocket. When he was leaving, we had Graduate Unemployment Association in this country. This is the man who wants to
MPP propaganda wing. Where are they? Today there's a Today there's a
what is this? Felix? What happened to that? But you see, Randy, I'm good at doing this. If this is the way, anytime some propaganda you run the way he's running. If this is how you want to end the show, because when he was speaking, I was so quiet. He didn't got the things you were saying. I was comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't comfortable.
Right now we have employment.
Oh, but of course, when we came at least,
when you came at this one, that group has disappeared. That group has disappeared.
When you come into office, Randy. When you come into office, you see, let us that group not yet. So the point I'm making is that look, we'll interrogate the issues. Nobody should take any group of people for granted and try to use them for political expediency. That one, I'm a true Gadangbe son and will resist.
And yet,
can I ask you a question?
You ask me a question.
Have you heard Gadangbe groups or traditional authorities speak about their lands in recent times?
Right.
Have you heard them?
Speaking about lands, Randy,
have you heard them?
I've heard a lot. Look, when you go even into families, one family.
Oh, no, I just want to ask you.
I've heard it. And
do
it's
you think
not new.
No, I'm not saying they are new. Do you think that they are legitimate calls?
Randy, some of the calls are legitimate, others are not.
Okay. So for the legitimate calls,
yes,
what ought to be done?
For the legitimate cause.
Yes.
And government, I'm aware of some lands that were acquired for state use that were not or are not being used for that purpose. Families had applied. Government had gone through the process. Some have been released to some families. It doesn't mean that when you appear, that this is my family land, release it to me. Some that are even laying claims to some parcels of land in Accra, upon careful investigation and analysis, reveals that they are not actually the truth. Some of them, you go to one parcel of land, claimants are more than 10 on that parcel of land. But when you make it a political tool, we'll begin to interrogate your tenant.
You are in Parliament.
Yes, I'm in Parliament.
I remember that there was a question on state lands.
Yes.
And the request for the data on state lands that have been released and who the beneficiaries are.
Yes.
This question was asked in Parliament, I think it's about 2 years now. Where are we with that information, that request for information?
I don't know, I'm not aware whether it's been answered, the data has been provided. But we can all ask the questions. The state land, the data from 2009 to date should be provided. We'll settle the matter. So that when people want to do the politics of Ghana land, and it only when NDC is going for election, that is what this promise is. I'm saying that in 2008 they did worse things. So Ghanaians and Ghanaian youth should open their eyes. Those who fought on these streets for that an illegality, when they got power, where did they place them?
Illegality that you fully endorse.
And what is the illegality?
You are defending the same state.
But you were maligning people. It's an illegality to malign people without just as you did here.
Did you not
just as you did here? Just as you did here. Courting emotions of people. Just as you did here.
You have watched everything. We say you discontinue. You say you want it to continue. We don't want us, guys. You say you want us.